Michelle's going to be doing the 10th project in her Competent Communicator book. So this is her final speech to complete that book. It's 8 to 10 minutes, and it is called "'Tis the Season." Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you very much. It is the season, correct? That's funny because everyone says, "Are you ready for Christmas?" What does it mean? What does it mean to be ready for Christmas? For many of us, this is just a great time of year, of course. And going into this season, I really thought a lot about what it means and found myself sort of detaching from the idea of the giving and getting and setting myself this intention that I would be more about doing and being as opposed to giving and getting. Not that I have any problem with anyone buying gifts. I like gifts. I like buying gifts. I just think that as a society, we've gotten so wrapped up in Santa Claus coming with the presents. I have a beautiful song that I've been learning. Reba McEntire wrote it, and it's called "Happy Birthday, Jesus," because that is what Christmas is about, right? This beautiful soul came into the world, and we have this celebration to celebrate that. And it's morphed into this Santa and Christmas trees and all these things that are beautiful and lovely and wonderful. I have nothing against all those things. They're wonderful. But what is Christmas really about? And in her song, Reba gathers the kids around the Christmas tree. She says, "Now, if you'll settle down, I'll tell you a little story that kind of explains what we're doing here around Grandma's Christmas tree, opening presents this fine morning." And she goes on to tell the tale that once upon a time there was a baby being born in a stable, and his mother and father were Joseph and Mary, and Joseph's heart was just torn because he could not find a decent place for this baby to be born. And yet, Mary just smiled and said, "This is just great. This works just fine." Because what makes it special is the baby who is born. And I love that song because it really is what Christmas is about. The presents are fine. And I set this intention to detach from the giving and getting and to embrace the doing and being. And in doing so, I found some really interesting things. You heighten your awareness when you set an intention. An intention to me is like a focus. And when I think of focus, I think of the sun shining through on my desk through the window. And it's very warm. And yet, if I pick up my magnifying glass and I angle it just right, the sun will actually catch a piece of paper on fire. That is focus. In setting this intention, I believe I've heightened my focus a little in looking for those places and times and people to connect with. That's really what the intention is. It's about connecting and creating more joy and love and good times and memories. And it's spawned some pretty cool things. I went down south, I was gone a few weeks ago, to visit my ex-sister-in-law who has a very large family. And they have always been family. They go everywhere together, always. And we were laughing, reminiscing about when it was our children and it was Christmas and we were the ones who were in the food line to get food baskets. And we were the ones whose children's names were on the giving tree. And how now, how blessed we are and how blessed she is and her family. And she said, you know, it just gets so crazy because we all love these kids, we buy them toys, they buy each other toys. It's just a madhouse. And we've tried exchanging names, so it makes it a little less about the stuff. And so in talking about it, we thought, she said, you know, maybe we should just get all the kids and go down to the giving tree and pick someone. And we went down there, and it was the most beautiful thing, because this very large family that all got together all showed up at the tree. I think there was maybe 3 names left on the tree when we left. I had 3, and my nephew had 6, and I mean, we cleaned that tree out. And it was so wonderful watching the kids, because they were like, oh, this is a 5-year-old. He wants, you know, this is the one I'm picking, because he knows what a 5-year-old wants. And my girl, she liked gardening. I'm like, a 16-year-old girl that wants gardening things? Oh my gosh, I'm on that. I could do something with that. And the lady that was there tending the tree said, oh my gosh, can we please take a picture of you all? We would love to capture this, you know. And it was just a beautiful thing that came from a little intention and a little conversation. Last week, I have a little friend that lives across the street. She calls me her bestie. She's 11. And she and I, and my grandson is very good friends with her, so she's at our house a lot. She said, you know, I'd like to go Christmas caroling. I said, I'd love to go Christmas caroling. I love to sing. Let's do it. I don't know. It's going to be me and her walking around the neighborhood. I don't know. That's fine. That's fine. So I told my husband, and he said, oh, well, you know, I could hook the tractor up to the little trailer, and I have that little generator. We could put lights on it. We could put, if you want to just get the music to sing to, because it's cold outside for your guitar, you know, we can do that. And now it's, the neighborhood kids are coming, and, you know, we got chocolate and cookies, and just that little bit of intention. And maybe those things might have happened, but maybe not. But maybe not. And thinking about Christmas this year, it's about family, it's about connecting, it's about love. It's about all of us getting together, and I'm missing the party, that's a drag. But it's about getting together and to having those good times. And I really am going to miss not being there this weekend because of a prior commitment, because I had so much fun last year. And it was such a good way to connect with everybody and have drinks and food, and it was a good time. And that's what Christmas is this year for me. And that is my intention. Again, anybody wants me to have a present, that's fine with me. I just intend that we all have a very safe, happy, joy-filled Christmas. Thank you.